Let me take you back to Dayton, Ohio, 1937. Leslie Wexner, Les, as most folks know him, arrived in this world the son of Russian Jewish immigrants, learning the ropes of retail at his parents' little shop in Columbus. By 1963, armed with a $5,000 loan from his aunt and a keen eye for what women actually wanted to wear, Les launched The Limited, a store so dialed into trends it became a sensation almost overnight. Fast forward, Les isn't just building a business, he's crafting a retail empire. Victoria's Secret, Bath & Body Works, Abercrombie and Fitch. If you could find it in an American mall between the 80s and early 2000s, odds are it had Wexner's fingerprints all over it. By the 90s, Les Wexner wasn't just rich, he was a titan, the man behind the curtain of the Fortune 500's most recognizable brands. But every empire has its shadows. Columbus, Ohio in the 70s and 80s wasn't just a backdrop for retail success, it was also crawling with organized crime. And right in the thick of it, rumors swirled about Les's proximity to the city's underworld. The most infamous chapter? The 1985 murder of Arthur Shapiro, Wexner's tax attorney, shot execution style on the eve of testifying about alleged financial crimes involving Wexner's own company. Police files, some leaked, some buried, hint at mafia ties snaking through Columbus real estate, labor unions, and retail. Les's name pops up more than once, but charges? Never brought. The Shapiro case? Still unsolved, and still a favorite topic on Reddit's dark corners and investigative blogs. And then, as if the plot needed thickening, enters Jeffrey Epstein. Sometime in the mid-80s, Wexner brings Epstein into his inner circle. First as a money manager, soon as something much more. Power of attorney, access to millions, even the keys to Wexner's own Manhattan mansion. By the time allegations swirl that Epstein was using his Wexner connection and the Victoria's Secret brand itself as a gateway to prey on young women, the two men's professional and personal worlds are inextricably linked. Wexner claims he was duped, that he severed ties in 2007, but the unanswered questions, they just keep coming. And here's where things get interesting, again. July 2025. The Wall Street Journal reports that Wexner allegedly signed a lewd birthday card book given to Epstein back in 2003. Just days later, a real estate magazine outs Wexner as the secret buyer of Martha's Vineyard's Blue Heron property, $30 million for a slice of island paradise, and more headlines about secrecy and influence. So what's the legacy? On one hand, Wexner is a philanthropist, a name etched on medical centers, art museums, and university boards. On the other, his story is forever tangled in the shadows of organized crime and the dark orbit of Jeffrey Epstein. Is he a retail genius who trusted the wrong people, or a power broker whose empire was built on more than just business acumen? Here's what I can tell you. I'm working on a new video right now. Never-before-seen documents, fresh interviews, and a closer look at the Wexner-Epstein-Victoria's Secret triangle. If you think you know the whole story, think again. Make sure you're subscribed, because this saga, it's far from over. I'm just getting started.